good afternoon, and thanks for joining us today for our financial literacy workshop. Today, we'll be covering how to set up the competitive trading account with TD Ameritrade. And TD Ameritrade is a platform that we're using just merely because they offer a component called Thinkorswim, and within that component, within that platform, you're actually able to practice trading with what they call paper money. So it's straight up monopoly money. No deposits need to be made into the initial TD Ameritrade account that I'll be walking you through setting up today. And this account that we're going to walk through would actually be a unified uniform gift to minors account, which is called an UGMA account. So let's just say your girls or your daughter, they're getting allowance, they're getting Christmas gifts and the like. They'd actually be able to deposit those funds into their trading account. And when they're actually ready to start dipping their toe in the water when it comes to trading, they can actually use those funds, or they can use the account just actually as a bank account. You're actually able to request a debit card for certain TD Ameritrade accounts. And I'll step back. They actually, for this UGMA account, they actually is treated just like an IRA. So you really can't dib and dab inside of that account without actually incurring a fee. So having said that, I'm going to walk through how to set up the UGMA account via the TD Ameritrade account. Once that account's set up, you in turn will be able to open a Thinkorswim account using the same password and user ID that you're going to set up for the initial TD Ameritrade account. And once we get to a walkthrough of both of those processes, I'm in turn going to kind of show you a list of the stocks that we're looking at having the girls pick from. There'll be 10 stocks that we've selected. They can choose 5 of those, and they can select one on their own and add those to their watch list. And by the time we reconvene for the next workshop, we're going to talk about exactly where the girls are when it comes to tracking those portfolios and any ideas that they may have come up with when it comes to actually competing in the competition. All right, so here we go. First phase is going to be for us to walk through setting up the account at TD Ameritrade. And what you're going to do here is you're basically going to go to tdameritrade.com. Hopefully you can see that I'm highlighting the web address here. It's going to be tdameritrade.com/education. And then from here, you're going to get to this page. And top right-hand corner, see where it says Open New Account. And from here, you're going to see the most common accounts that are open. And there's the one we're looking for, the Unified Gift to Minors account. And it's also called a Uniform Transfer to Minors account as well. So it's a custodial account. Mom and dad, you'll actually have to open up the account for them. So it's going to be a combination of your information being input as well as that of the child. So we're going to go ahead and click here on Open the Account. And I'm just going to go through the motions just from the standpoint of, kind of showing you guys which fields to click and which intel to put in. So here it's going to be a matter of, I'm in the great state of Omaha, Nebraska. So you're going to go ahead and click on Nebraska. Custodian's information, which is going to be me. And matter of from here, putting in that information. I already pretty much have that on autopilot from me and my gallivanting around the internet, signing up for things that I probably should not be, and spending money. So you're going to go ahead and put in a regularly used email address, address in which you live. Just for the sake of this demonstration, I'm just going to go ahead and put in 123 Omaha Street. And here, city is going to be Omaha, Nebraska. And state. Nebraska. Zip code. And phone number as well. And here it's going to be the minor's information. Prefix is optional. If your daughter's fancy, we can go ahead and put in Miss for, and I'll throw in one of my baby's name. And pretty straightforward here. Same address, yes, country, US, and it's optional, but more or less same address, and pretty straightforward here, rather. So go ahead and go there, and it's going to be a matter of you clicking on the privacy statement, but apparently it is requesting me to put in the address again. And once you get all this information put in, I'll take you to the next page, and it's going to actually, in here for phone number, you're going to put in your number, mom or dad. And again, we understand the trust you place in us and our responsibility to protect it. Please read the TD Ameritrade privacy statement to learn about the choices you have and for how we collect and use your information. So in other words, just going to let you know that they're not going to sell your information out to some marketing group. All right, continue to personal information, and continue here. And here it's going to be mom or dad's birthday, and full citizenship, social security number, and I am employed, and job description, all that good stuff in, and industry, other, and address. I'm going through this because I mean it's self-explanatory, but I'm just going through this in order for us to just to be able to click over to the next screens and kind of go from there. Beauty of being live. So get this covered, and it's pretty straightforward. They're going to run all of your information. It's not a credit check or anything of the sort, but they're going to run your information immediately just to verify address and all that good stuff. And once they do that, chances are you'll actually be able to open the account the same day, unless there's some additional information that they may require. And this is where it may be, if I'm not mistaken, they may run the socials and come back and be like, all right, you got to be kidding this person. So we got that covered. What am I missing here? Continue financial information, occupation, other. And income here. And here they're asking if anybody in the family is basically associated with a licensed stockbroker or anything of the sort. And from here, your spouse or anybody as well as shareholder, 10% or more in a publicly traded company. I don't think anyone in my family owns 10% or more of Tesla. Optional again for Micah's affiliations. And no, she's not. And here, sweep of uninvested cash. What they're asking you here is that, okay, you deposit $200 into the account, which again, keep in mind, you do not have to deposit any money into this account in order to open it. Not a nickel, as long as for the life of you having this account open, you can have it open for 10, 15, 20 years. You'll never have to deposit a dime into it unless you choose to. But what this does is it gives you access to the TD Ameritrade platform. And I'm going to show you a little later too that they have one of the best educational components of their platform in the industry. So here they're asking you, where do you want the uninvested cash to go to? So you're going to select FDIC insured, which basically means that if something was to happen, TD Ameritrade was to basically go bankrupt, you guys would be replaced in whole up to $500,000 per depositor. So in other words, Micah has $200 in the account. TD Ameritrade goes bankrupt. FDIC is going to make sure that she gets her $200 back. All right. And review the information here. So again, this is just pretty much walking us through everything that we've input. Gives you a chance to make any changes, as you can see, where it allows you to edit. And once you get through all of this stuff, They're going to review everything on their end just to make sure the social security numbers jive, the address jives, and the whole nine. At that point, get the green light. They're going to walk you through the agreements, and then you're going to set up your user ID and security. So again, just for the sake of clarity here, you're going to go to TD Ameritrade.com/education and savings account education here, and it takes you to this page. Top right hand corner is where you're in turn going to go ahead and go through the steps of opening the account, and we're going to go with the uniform gift to minors account. All right, so once you go through that, get the account set up, you get the blessings of the higher powers of TD Ameritrade. You'll actually be able to open up your account from there, and this is my one of my accounts. As you can see, I linked all of them, so I actually have 3 different accounts at TD Ameritrade, and they're all linked together. So it looks like I've actually earned a penny off of savings at FDIC insured. So again, you're going to have 3 user IDs and passwords for all of your accounts. So in other words, parents, you can actually open up the Uniform Gift to Minors account, and then in turn, you can open up your own account, and you can link both of those accounts and log in using your account instead of having to put in 2 different passwords, which is what I do on my end as well. So this is what your dashboard is going to look like once you get into the platform. And as I mentioned earlier, TD Ameritrade has one of the best education centers in the industry. So what I would highly recommend that you guys do is kind of go to the education center, and from here, you're going to basically take a look at the what would you like to do aspect of things. And what it'll do is it'll actually set up a curriculum for you just based on you telling them what your goals are. Another way of actually kind of diving in is to click on stocks, which I would highly recommend you guys doing this, and then go to investing stock basics. And what you're going to get from here is a video, as you can see. It kind of walks you through.
Learning about investing is a lot like learning.
That walks you through the basics of investing. The video is 4 minutes and 31 seconds, and it gives you a great overview of what we're looking to accomplish with our trading game competition with the girls as well. So again, highly recommend that you guys take a look at this and kind of peruse the education center. And as you can see, it kind of touches on, you name it, options, bonds. Another great area is strategies and ideas as well. It even walks you through personal finance. And once you have the main account set up, you'll then in turn be able to go to Thinkorswim, which is the trading platform that provides you with the paper money. So you'll actually be able to hop over to Thinkorswim, and that's just merely a matter of typing in Thinkorswim into the browser. It's going to take you to this page, and it's going to tell you, hey, register for paper money to practice your trading strategies risk-free, as I said earlier. Do you have an existing TD Ameritrade account? You're going to click yes. And from here, it's going to ask you, and what it's doing here is it's asking you to actually download the trading platform on your PC. Now, if you don't want to download it at all, you got enough stuff in your hard drive and you don't want to have to add anything else to it, you can actually just hop straight over to the website itself. And the website's address is going to be trade.thinkorswim. Once you get here, you actually be able to enter your user ID and password for either the UGMA account, or if you've chosen to set up your own account, you enter that password and in turn be able to set up the trading account as far as paper money goes. And as you can see here, you got 2 different sides to this. One is live trading and the other one is paper money as well. And last time we checked, I was actually at a balmy 186,000, and It's a little risk here, folks, as you can see. And this is on the paper money side, which is a good thing about it, which is that I actually invested into Express clothing stores, thinking that it was going to be the next GameStop. And sure enough, as you can see, it didn't pan out that way. So I'm going to actually cash out of it tomorrow and Monday, rather, and sell it. But, you know, see where I'm at right now. It went from $100,000 to $200,000 rather to $122,000. So basically, I've lost a good $88,000, $87,000, if you will. So 70 some odd thousand rather. So my goal is, once the competition starts, is for me to rebuild to get back up closer to that $200,000 balance. So I'll actually be playing kind of in the background against the girls as well. And, you know, again, I kind of highly recommend that you guys do the same as far as the parents go. All right. So again, step one, we're going to go ahead and set up the account via tdameritrade.com, INVE education rather, and you're going to set up the Uniform Gift of Minors account. And once you get that account set up, you in turn will be able to get access to the Thinkorswim platform using the same user ID and password that you set up for the initial account. You do not have to invest any money into the account at all as long as you own the account. There's no pressure there. And, you know, keep in mind, and I'll reiterate this through each and every one of the workshops that we do, that the purpose of us doing this is to really kind of open the door, if you will, to our young ladies learning how to invest their money, that it's not a matter of them getting allowances or them working, them getting gifted money and them immediately turning around and spending it. And, you know, again, we all have wants, but yet, you know, let's look at it from the perspective of really teaching them how to take care of their needs. And one need that we all have, though, where I wish I would have started at a young age, is actually investing and saving money and, you know, kind of looking at how to keep having my money make money for me. So this is our way of planting a seed.
An IPO, or initial public offering, is the
planting a seed to in turn hopefully blossom into them becoming prudent investors as they get older. So this is a 6-month process that we're going to go through, and we're going to initially walk them through what a mutual fund is, walk them through the basics of the stock market as well. And, you know, again, as I said, you know, this is something that we in turn plan on growing for the 6-month period and actually seeing how they do. If that $200,000 has blossomed up to $250,000, or if it's went down to $190,000. But yet again, keep in mind, it's a great game and it's a great experience for them because it's not their money, it's not real money, and it really should instill in them, you know, what it is to establish a risk tolerance, how to set up a strategy, why this is something that they would actually consider doing, aside from having a savings account, aside from having a checking account, aside from just having, you know, cash on hand. This is just another spoke in the wheel of, if you will, just money management. And we're not looking to gear them up to become, you know, the next super trader or anything of that sort, but yet just really kind of opening their eyes to the fact that there are people out here that are making money and really kind of doing well by trading and, you know, making the right bets, if you will, on stocks that would in turn put, you know, an additional $100 or $200 a month in their pocket, as well as having some portfolio positions that are long term. So as you can see here, as I mentioned earlier, this is the these are the stocks that we've actually chose on our end from a standpoint of saying, hey, you know, out of these 10, pick 5, and then they can in turn pick one of their own. I know one of the young ladies in the workshop actually owns shares of Japan Airlines that she's had for a couple of years. So she may actually add that as her 6th stock. But we have a list of 10 that we'd like for the young ladies to choose from, and these are pretty much, you know, household names. So these are familiar products and products that I'm sure that the girls are using, from Johnson & Johnson Microsoft, Snapchat, Twitter, Walmart, Facebook, Target, Tesla, Sony for the PlayStation, Microsoft for the Xbox, as well as their cloud services and their computing services, as you know, and then Ford as well. So the goal is for them to actually pick 5 of these particular stocks that we have from our list. And, by us not giving them a set 5 to choose from, we're going to hopefully see some diversity as far as the portfolios that they set up. And, again, given the fact that they're able to pick their own stock also, that'll kind of set us up to have a pretty lively competition as well. So we're pretty excited about what we got laid out here for you all, and, looking forward to that happening. And, we've been talking amongst ourselves from the standpoint of like, how do we kind of make sure that this is something that, doesn't really get too complicated when it comes to the intricacies of investing. And just thought that it'd probably be best if we kind of broke it down as if, it's a curriculum, high school, middle school, what have you, type of course. And I was always told that when it comes to investing, when you have to explain something to someone, that it's best to explain it to them as if they're a fifth grader. So that's really the approach that we're going to take with that slide. And we take a look at that again and just kind of walk you through exactly what we got planned for the months going forward, if you could. So here's the workshop outline. So February, we kind of walked the young ladies through why should I learn about investing, and again, just to kind of put a spin on it as far as like college courses, if you will. So our investing 101 was what we kind of set up in March to kind of February, rather, to introduce the young ladies as to what we were looking at doing here and the beauty of it. And sorry about that, and the beauty of it. And here we are now to where we're now still walking you guys through why should we invest and how, and next month as well. So we're still going to double back in March to how to set up the trading account. So we walked you through today why you should learn to invest, in a sense. Double back into that, and then next month we're going to walk through how to set up a trading account. And we got it set up to where now, hopefully, once you come back and take a look at this video, you'll know how to open the account. And then next month we're going to actually walk through setting up the trading account. And what I mean by that is you'll actually be able to add the positions to the watch list here. So from adding to the watch list, from the 5 stocks that they're going to choose from our list, and then the 1 stock they're going to have on their end, they'll have, as you can see here, already have 6 stocks in play here. So this is what we're going to cover next month, just kind of getting situated as far as the trading account goes. April, it's going to be a matter of going through Stock Investing Basics 103, and hopefully by then they've had a chance to kind of take a look at some of the videos in the education platform. And May, mutual fund basics, again, hopefully they've had a chance to take a look at the mutual fund videos from the website as well, from TD Ameritrade's education platform. And then June, we're going to basically come back and do a deep dive into exactly how their portfolio is doing. Just to kind of talk about certain strategies more in depth. What we plan on actually in April, including a component or a time in which we will discuss how the portfolios are doing from April all the way through July, which is when we're going to see you actually recap and see, what did they learn and what did they gain, i.e. who won the trading competition. But June is really the month that we're going to use for a real deep dive into the portfolio. But from April going forward, we're going to touch base with the girls as far as how they're doing, what they see that's working for them and what's not. Let's keep in mind, once they buy shares of Johnson & Johnson and they see that the price is going up, they may decide that, hey, I made a couple $100, I want to sell, and then cash out of that and buy more shares of something else. So it's, a couple of different ways for them to look at this: buy and hold, or them actually trading, but trading within the same stocks we have on our list. And that's about it on our end. Hopefully gain some great knowledge and insight for what we're looking to do here. And as I said, we're just really looking to invest in our girls and really do that within a girls' place and really expand their knowledge base when it comes to this side of investing and financial literacy. Thanks a lot for viewing this, and we look forward to touching base with you guys next month. Have a great day.